Good morning, great people. Welcome to Mocha in the Morning. I'm so excited to be co-hosting on my second episode.
Look at you.
With my favorite person, officially Jorge.
All right, well, I'm excited. You know, Keisha is on assignment, but we will hear from her later and piping hot. Okay?
Absolutely. Yes.
So how's that chair feel? Keisha,
I'm loving it.
It's all nice and warm and cozy.
It is. Keisha, yeah, she got it right for me. She got it right.
Are you ready to do this thing?
I am. But first coffee.
But first coffee.
Yeah.
Mocha in the Morning is brought to you in part by the Portico Cafe, where conversation, connection, and community create change.
Ooh, I'm feeling a little steamy.
Yeah, it's about that time.
It is. Let's get ready for these steamers.
Right, and I have a couple for you today. First of all, steamers are those stories that are like starting to like percolate and bubble up that we know will probably transition into the piping hot segment later because it's just the beginning of these stories. And the first one is this old Wile E. Coyote. Ooh. Oh my goodness. So, he worked for Cambridge Analytica. And he has been in D.C., okay, with all these congressional folks just spilling all the tea about Cambridge Analytica and 45's administration and their campaign and what they were trying to do to suppress the black vote. He's got receipts and everything.
Whew, goodness, that's a lot to take in.
Right?
It is.
I mean,
and like I said, I always felt that this was happening, but I just didn't know, like, it just never came to light. Right. And now it's all coming forward.
And then all these like new terms that are coming out, like harvesting data.
Yes.
And I'm just like, what?
And I mean, I said, my subconscious mind has always thought that there's a certain people that run our country and they have the power to do things like that.
Well, apparently Wiley with his little pink top, right? Looked like a pencil with the eraser on top.
But he's spilling tea.
But he's
spilling all the tea.
So I suggest you start taking notes like
Absolutely.
that. The other steamer I have for you, which is so ridiculous. So, Georgia's going through this whole, election campaign again for, the governor's race. So, I don't even really want to mention his name, but we have...
Do we have to?
We have an image. So, this particular person thinks that it's cool to have a bus, right? This is like, all these just horrible things. And of course, it's just like race baiting and so anti-immigrant. So his deportation bus. He wants to round up all the immigrants and put them on this deportation bus and ship them out of the country. Rapists and animals.
In so many ways, this is so disgusting to me. I just can't imagine that community even allowed for him to do something like this.
I want to know where he got this bus from. It should not
be allowed.
Like, where did he get...
Actually, can I just do this for...
Yeah.
Just rip. He doesn't exist in our world.
Absolutely right. You know what I'm saying? And who did the paint job on the bus? Who
that is so true.
Went and painted all these things on these horrible things you could ever say. And then on the... Like, you really want to own that? Like, really?
And then just his family. Does he have kids? I'm sure he has kids.
Well.
And you're gonna ride in a bus?
Well, why don't you say things like this in a dark alley? Follow me to a dark alley. Let's see if you still want to be man enough to be doing all this kind of stunts and shenanigans. But anyways, I'm sure we will hear a lot more. Like maybe we'll hear like he'll lose. Maybe that'll be the piping hot topic after that situation.
Yep. So let's get ready for these piping hot topics.
We'll be right back after this. Oh, you was ripping that paper.
May 20th, Janet Jackson receives the Billboard Icon Award and performs live on the Billboard Music Awards, hosted by Kelly Clarkson. Sunday, May 20th on NBC.
So let's get started with the piping hot conversation.
Piping hot. And this week, we have a fabulous cast. We have, of course, family member caught in the car with Kia. Hello, Miss Kia.
What's up, y'all? Happy Thursday.
And we also have, new to the family, one of my favorite bloggers, Cindy Riccio at My Mommyhood. Welcome to the show, girl.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Yes, and of course, our hot mocha chocolate who's on assignment, but could not miss piping hot. Hey, Miss Keisha.
Hi. There you go with that grand introduction.
How are you?
Hey, girl.
Wonderful.
So
listen, Megan, thank you for filling in, and you are doing a wonderful job.
Girl, I'm happy you think so, because I know I had a seat to fill.
Listen, it is all good. Keep doing your thing, girl. Ain't nothing but black girl magic going on, okay?
Thanks, girl. Yes.
Well, speaking of magic, and I know you're gonna love this. But I think Megan is actually on our official Mocha in the Morning Royal Wedding Watch.
Yes, I am. So, I'm actually going to be in New York. Yeah. And I will be early morning, is it brunching at 6 a.m. or sipping mimosas? I don't know. But I'm all about it. When, the prince got married, I was up 6 a.m. watching it. I cannot wait to see the fashion. I can't wait to see the families come together. I mean, after all, Megan is not the norm.
Yes, she's a Tito.
She is wonderful. I'm so excited for everything about this.
She is.
But mainly the fashion.
Kia, are you going to be watching the wedding?
Absolutely not.
Oh my geez.
Let's just keep it 100. I will not be watching.
Why though?
No ma'am, no ham, no turkey. I will not be getting up to watch that. Unless her father crashes this wedding, that's the only way I'm going to show up.
Can we celebrate love? Celebrate the love.
We can do that after he crashes the wedding.
Celia, are you gonna be celebrating?
So I'm all about celebrating the love, but can we not celebrate it at 4 a.m? That's a little too much.
My people.
I will watch the reruns. I'm with you, Kia. If someone wants to text message me if something goes down, if the dad shows up, I will be there. I'll wake up for it because I'm here for the petty. But other than that, I think it can wait. I think it can wait till 9 o'clock and after I've had my coffee.
Does anybody else think it's funny that she's American? So why not have it maybe at 8? That way some people will be, I'm serious, that way some people will be awake in America so the entire world can enjoy
a delayed broadcast on the wedding.
The time difference between us and the UK.
I mean, come on now. Keisha,
and folks will get up. People will be up and we'll be watching. And it'll be great. I'll be dreaming of y'all though.
I know Keisha's a fan. Keisha's gonna be watching, right, Keisha?
So here's the deal. I will be up because my sister is getting married on Saturday.
Priority. There it is.
Congratulations.
Another princess.
Seriously, I'll be up, making sure that my sister who is 7 months pregnant waddles down, gets down the aisle. So she's like, "Oh my God, I'm so big." I said, "Girl, that's what happens when you have a baby. You get big, but we're gonna get you down this aisle, get you pregnant and right and tight." So she'll share her wedding date with royalty. She's already a royalty anyway.
She is, and you know what? Yeah. And her wedding comes with an heir to the throne. Bam!
That's right.
Instant.
There you go.
Instant.
There you go. So I probably will catch it and see some of it because I'll be up trying to get things ready for the wedding.
Yeah, I am interested in seeing if there are going to be any stunts and shenanigans and everything.
One of the things that I liked about the last wedding was the hats that everyone wore.
Oh, that's a good thing.
So cute. That's a thing.
All the women.
So
all the women.
I'm excited to see that.
Yeah, and so I'm sure you'll have a lot more to say about that next week.
Oh, absolutely.
Can we talk about Auntie?
Listen, I have a thing, right?
What?
Speaking of piping hot, before y'all go to the piping hot, do you know your correspondents' lips? All of our lips are like piping hot.
Yes.
Give them some, Kia and Celie. Okay.
I want to know what kind of lollipops I've been licking because
Yes, I noticed that.
Sir, don't be asking those questions. Don't be asking.
Oh my.
Yes.
Right. Hey,
I feel like now because they can only see us from here up, we should post like the makeup products we use just in case people ask. Like, cause all
listen.
Okay, listen. Okay, everyone, duck lips all together.
And listen, I'm proud to say that I'm wearing Colored Rain, which is a Black-owned cosmetic company.
Word.
Yes, I support.
Can we say that again, please? Oh, and she did the
Oh,
hair
you
flip.
did the hair flip.
I did.
I'm done for the rest of the day.
Well, let's talk about Auntie. Let's talk about Auntie. Water power.
So, first of all, why did he feel that he could read her?
Did anyone get to see the clip of this? We have a clip. Let's just show everyone the clip, and then we'll put that tea on the table and discuss that.
We are trying to make sure that we're making America great, and the best way to do that is to stop talking about discrimination and start talking about the nation.
Don't you dare talk to me like that.
Lady,
no,
yield?
I do not yield not 1 second
Only what I
to you.
expected.
No.
Not only was she reclaiming her time, but no, she will not yield. Have you ever been in a situation like that, Celie?
I haven't. I probably would have come across that dais and hurt somebody because it was really upsetting to see. That's just, Celie from New York coming out. It's infuriating to see, but it's not the first time we've seen it, unfortunately. So I'm glad that she was able to stand and not yield on behalf of herself and other women that don't get a chance to say those words.
Where are all the dudes in Washington? How come they don't ever stand up and say to anybody at all?
That's a fantastic question, but I need people to leave in Congress to leave Maxine alone, because Maxine, like most old women, doesn't give a damn. And when you reach that stage of I don't give a damn, you can't say whatever you want to say to me. You're not going to talk to me any kind of way, and that's where she's at. So if you guys are going to keep talking to her like this, she's going to read you for filth every single time. You're going to start trending on Twitter or whatever, and then other people are going to start embarrassing you. So stop coming for old people.
She's all out of dams. You're right. She's all out of dams, and she don't care about you, and she's got things to say.
Who makes her wig, though?
Yes,
because when she gets mad, all that shaking she do, it stays right in place.
Yes, and also the fact that these white men, every time a black person says something, they feel that they have to chime in. Stop.
Right.
Stop.
We don't need you. Like, this is not a last words contest. I'm not going to change what I say because you had something else to say. This is what I said. That's what I said.
I
said what I said, and I meant what I said. Damn it.
I think Keisha. But Keisha, don't you think, like, coming from like a PR perspective, like, if anything, all these dudes are doing are just absolutely making her even that much more fabulous and iconic. You would think.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, she's gonna do that on her own. But if they're challenging her because they feel like they're the next big bad wolf or whatever, and they get their house blown down every time, then that's fine. She's gonna keep blowing it down, and doing her thing. And obviously she does not do it for publicity. She doesn't do it because she wants to be popular. She does it because that's what she believes in. And like Kia said, she could give two damns, and she's not going to sit here and listen to you talk to her any type of way and treat her any kind of way and think it's going to be all right. So,
I know we have to wrap this portion up. I just want to say something that's just really important. I know a lot of white people are feeling really empowered to say whatever they want to say because of Trump, but it's having a reverse effect, because now people are like, okay, fine. Now I'm going to say what I want to say to you if you're going to be racist. Like the people who stood up to the guy who had that racist rant in New York, like the lady with the barbecue crap. They were like, I'm going to follow you all the way down the street with this camera because you're not going to treat people any kind of way you want to. And that's where we're at. And it sucks, but that's what's needed in this day and age. And it sucks. But I'm here for it. I'm here for the petty, like Celia.
Well, speaking of suck, I don't like it when when women of color go like toe to toe with each other.
Exactly.
And
why do they do that? Why do we do that?
So here we have Azalea Banks again beefing up with Cardi B, and there's all this like mudslinging amongst all these women, and I think that Azalea is being a bit self-righteous because it seems like she has like beef with a lot of other successful female entertainers.
That's what you do.
When you're not in a good place, that's when you have to stir things up.
Exactly.
It's jealousy.
Exactly.
It's garbage. Cardi B is winning in life. So if you are hating on Cardi B, something internally is wrong with you.
Well, you know, I heard that she said.
Listen, if Azalea was smart, she'd try to be her friend. For real.
But that's never what she does.
Learn from it. That hasn't been, this is no secret. Sometimes women can just be catty. Like they jealous. So the operative coin word here or term is collaborate versus compete. Collaborate versus compete.
Can we hashtag that? Can we?
Hello?
That's a hashtag.
You're not going to win right now with Cardi. So you might as well join her and try to figure out how you can get on versus trying to create some news for yourself, which you're just going to get slammed anyway.
And the other thing too, what I think is really awesome too about Cardi B is that not only is she a black woman, but she is a Latina as well. And so, Celie, what do you have to say about that? Our Latina gal pals.
So I'm going to be a little bit of a devil's advocate, and I will say that I have no dogs in the fight. I want to put that out there, but I think that I wish that Azalea had addressed the issue that she was trying to address a little bit different, because it was something that needed to be discussed. It's something that we talk about all the time in my circles around blackness and you owning your blackness. We know that in the Latino population, a lot of times it's very anti-black. And just recently, folks have started piping up and saying that they are Afro-Latino. Most people actually don't even want to say they're black. They prefer the Afro-Latino because, again, it's that removal a little bit from blackness. Mm-hmm. So while I get that it shouldn't have been the way that it was, I feel like it's still a topic that needs to be discussed. Maybe a little bit different than how Azalea did it, but it needs to be brought up. I don't think it should have gotten that way, because then it becomes a she said, and everybody wants a cat fight, right? Mm-hmm. But there's, I think, space and room for a little bit deeper conversation around race, claiming blackness, and stepping into what we know, right? Maya said, when we know better, we do better. So it's just something that I think that we should look at a little bit deeper.
And maybe they could do like a mixtape, right? And actually like hash out all those types of issues and put it out there as a piece of art and music.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait, guys. Wait. We're both acting like we're talking about two regular adults. We're talking about two rats who got money. Like these are two hood rats who are now famous.
See, like, now I'm going to have to stop you right there, girl.
No,
hold on. We can't say that about them.
Let's keep it 100. Cardi B is borderline, and I, again, kind of knows for a fact, Cardi B is not that educated. Cardi B is being herself. We love it. It's cute. It's original. Fine. Whatever. But she's kind of illiterate a little bit. And it's a little ridiculous that everybody is praising somebody who's whatever, but I'm glad for her success. And then you have Azalea Banks, who is an a-hole all the time to everybody. We all know she got in a fight with Russell Crowe, right? Got kicked out of a Hollywood party, multiple Hollywood parties.
Call Beyonce a poacher.
She's awful. So you're having these two people who are not equipped to be smart enough to have the conversation, having the conversation. And it's like, no. Not these two. Anybody else. Just not these two.
That's true.
Wait. Before we wrap it up, I do have to say, because I am a co-founder of a professional development platform that empowers women, and it's owned by two black women, me and my co-founder. The separation of educated, non-educated, fortunately for all of us here, we were fortunate enough to get educated and had families that backed us up, or if not families, people in our communities that propelled us forward. So I would not want to say that these women are uneducated and are not equipped enough. At the end of the day, they still are women, and we face all the same problems. So I cannot agree on that part. I just wanted to make that clear because I don't.
Well, I'm just gonna say, don't hate, conversate.
Yeah.
Is that a word?
Collaborate.
Collaborate.
This is collaborate. Yes.
But let's talk about one of my most favorite collaborations ever of all time in the whole entire world.
Yes, that's you, boo.
Right.
'Cause
Well, okay, so of course everybody knows that I will be covering the Billboard Music Awards this weekend in Las Vegas. I don't know how I got this assignment. Like, why me? Why can't I do what Keisha's doing today? But anyway, here's some news. Piping hot. Salt and Pepper. They are going to be performing with M. Never gonna get it. Are you excited for that?
I am excited for that. I'm excited because you're so excited.
So excited. And they just announced on The Real yesterday that they are going to get a Vegas residency.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Push it real good.
So Salt and Pepper and Volks, that means we're going to be hearing What a Man.
Yes. Because I was just listening to that last night while I was cooking, y'all. So I'm like so excited about this.
Okay, I'm so excited to see this. For a while, I didn't know Salt and Pepper would really get it back on track because Salt was really into her faith and their ministry. She probably still is. So it was some things that she was uncomfortable performing some of the songs that they had. She was not comfortable performing them. So
What a Man, one of those songs that she was kind of uncomfortable with performing because of the way they perform it on stage with the chairs and the guys and stuff.
Oh, and Shoop.
Yeah.
Ooh, girl, look at him.
Yes, honey. But at the end of the day, I mean, for real, you can still believe in your God, your faith, and sing about Shoop and your man. You married.
Right. I don't think Jesus is paying anybody's rent. So that's what I'm saying.
But I'm glad to see they're getting together and they're going to have a residency. I mean, they are one of our great groups, and we're at a point in entertainment where we crave the good music of the group.
Oh yeah, they were the first females, right? Rappers who even like busted into the. It was what he kept saying. He was in Cannes, the Cannes Film Festival, and of course, previewing his new movie, Black Klansman. And so if you haven't heard about it or know anything about it, we're going to show you a clip and then we'll come back to Piping Hot and discuss whether or not he's sexy or not.
We don't need to talk about that. Nothing else to discuss.
There's never been a black cop in this city. We think you might be the man to open things up around here.
Hello, this is Ron Stallworth calling. Well, who am I speaking with?
This is David Duke.
Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan. That David Duke?
God, last time I checked. What can I do for?
Well, since you asked, I hate blacks. I hate Jews, Mexicans and Irish, Italians and Chinese. But my mouth to God's ears, I really hate those black rats. And anyone else, really, that doesn't have pure white Aryan blood running through their veins.
I'm happy to be talking to a true white American.
God bless white America. The KKK is planning an attack.
How do you propose to make this investigation?
We'll establish contact over the phone. We'll need a white officer to play me when they meet face to face.
You for the white race, Ron?
Oh, hell yeah.
So there becomes a combined Ron Stallworth.
Can you do that?
With the right white man, we can do anything.
When's the last time they let a rookie lead an investigation? Oh, that's right. Never.
Okay, become his friend. Let's get invited back.
So what kind of stuff you guys do? Cross burnings, marches. This is fixing to be a big year for us.
You ask too many questions. You undercover or something?
We must unite and organize to fight racism.
Are you down for the liberation of black people?
Power to the people.
All power to all the people.
All power to all the people.
That's right, sister.
For you, it's a crusade. For me, it's a job.
You're Jewish. That hatred, doesn't that piss you off?
You're taking this Jew lie detector test.
Why are you acting like you ain't got skin in the game?
I'm telling you, the wars are coming.
White power! Black power!
Knights of the Ku Klux Klan.
That's us, Stallworth brothers. We're on a roll, baby.
America first.
America first! America first!
If I would have known this was a planned meeting, I wouldn't have taken this mother.
Now, Keisha, I know that you got some preview tickets for that movie, right?
Listen, if I don't, I'll get them.
Yes.
Okay, because this is a must see. Like we must view this artistic creation
Right.
from Spike Lee. Spike Lee, I mean, he says what he wants to say, does what he wants to do. I guess he's earned his right to do so. I don't know. It's interesting. Very much so. Very much so. What do you guys think?
I am interested to see the film because he seems to be back to like the kind of blaxploitation action hero format. That's what the trailer kind of looks like. So I think it's cool. I always enjoyed Spike Lee's movies because he's always making movies that no one else ever makes. So it's always, cool. And he's making it at the perfect time. This is now like the black era, the black age of great movies. However, I just said that, but I said it really wrong. But y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it. I think it's going to be interesting and just the whole storyline. And I think it's going to be something that we'll be talking about for the next few months.
And all the actors are really, really good actors. Like he's got some good people. Like I ain't seen Topher Grace since that 70s show. So I'm glad he back working. It's gonna be good.
If for nothing else.
I just love the way that this horrific and hostile political climate, that a lot of entertainers and creative people, whether you are a blogger, an entertainer, or an activist, it's kind of like everyone has kind of stepped it up as far as kind of the anti-message to the current populist message, right?
Yes. And I love stuff like this, especially during this time, because it sheds light to a lot of the ignorant people on what was going on. Mm-hmm. So like everything that Trump is doing to stir the pot, it's like, okay, you should not be on this side, and let me educate you.
Well, that was really interesting, and it's funny because our producer, this is how it rang in my head. Well, in part of that clip where the black investigator was on the phone, and the way he kind of altered his voice to sound like a culture or person of color, he sounded like a white dude, right?
Yeah.
And it's funny because our producer always tells me how sometimes she's had to do very similar things when it comes to the way you communicate on the phone, with different people, and I mean, so when I saw that scene in the clip, I was like, wow,
yeah,
it's all of our mothers, every black woman here, our parents, like I have the voice now, but when I'm at work, all of our mothers taught us that when you get in front of other people, all that needs to stop. I learned that at an extremely young age about
not me.
Voice. Oh, okay.
Not me. My mother is all no. Yvonne Jenkins is not that, honey. She is like, you are black all the way through and through. If they don't like you, go ahead and go somewhere else. So, but
my name is Blanche, so it kind of
no. I think that in that sense that we do have before. We felt like we had to conform, right? And even now, sometimes you can tell when voices switch up, like that code switching that happens all the time, right? In professional settings, where and it's just natural. I think if I'm with Kia, if I'm with Jorge, I'm like, hey girl, how you doing?
Yes.
Then I meet and Tom comes in, and I'm like, oh hi, how are you? Wonderful. I don't know if it's necessarily trying to mask who we are versus. Or even if it's something of making them feel more comfortable. I don't know if it's them feeling more comfortable or us feeling uncomfortable with our natural selves. That's a whole nother show and a whole nother dialogue. But I think that that this movie will certainly bring to light some of those discussions for sure with topics like that.
Celie, have you ever had to deal with any code switching? Because you're dealing with being black, being a Latina, and then having to navigate through all of that. What's been your experience with that type of, code switching scenario?
I think I naturally code switch without even thinking about it. I noticed it when I used to travel with work. I was a book buyer, and I had to travel to Central America for some fairs, and I found myself actually adapting to whatever dialect the person that I was talking to was doing, and I'd never noticed it until then, because then people would ask me if I was from like their home country, and I was like, no. And they would say, well, you sound like, and I don't know if it was just, my mom taught me again, speak properly, not necessarily code switching, but just, you're going to want to, pronounce all your words. And, so that was something that I noticed, even in Spanish. I do it now. I code switch a lot. I don't code switch a lot, but I talk the way that I always talk. I do find that sometimes people are a little uncomfortable lately, because I think as you get older, kind of like Auntie Maxine is teaching us, you tend to not give too many damns. So I find myself just speaking the way that I would speak and kind of rolling with it. But I think that it happens a lot more often, and it's a little bit more nuanced when you're speaking a different language as well.
See, for me, like, I feel like whenever I sense that other people are uncomfortable with my presence, my je ne sais quoi, like my aura, I go even more extra.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I go like real, like, uber, super duper, and I'm like, I don't know, because I just find it to be entertaining.
Yeah.
I guess I'm
You're
selfish.
a crazy person. You are so crazy.
Jorge's like, you're going to learn today, and he just goes into it.
Learn to love me for who I am.
Thank you, everyone. This has been
Wait a minute, pause. Are we going to talk about the comments that Spike Lee made about the president? Because we didn't get to that part.
That part.
We kind of skipped over that. So.
Go right ahead, Miss Kia.
Okay. Spike Lee went off. They were at Cannes Film Festival, and they were talking about the movie at the regular press junket that they have, and Spike Lee would not say the president's name and just called him an MF and just said how disgusting he is and how America's in this awful place. He basically said what everybody's thinking, but no one really wants to say, especially at Cannes Film Festival. So it was a little, is there a clip? I feel like, should we say about the clip? Am I in my wrong place? This isn't my job. I'm sorry.
We actually do have a clip of that. Thanks, Kia. Great job. We're a team here. Go team. Thank you so much, all of you, for joining us on Piping Hot. And you're girl, we're not done yet, but you're doing the thing. All right. We'll leave you with the clip of Spike Lee. Thank you, Kia. Thank you, Keisha. And thank you, Celie.
Thank you for having me.
We'll be right back after this. Here's the clip. That Kia did that. She like roll the clip. Way to go, Kia.
We have a guy in the White House. I'm not going to say his name. It was a defining moment. It was not just for Americans, for the world. And that was given a chance to say we are about love and not hate. And that did not denounce the Klan, the alt-right, and those Nazi.
So everybody loves a good clapback. So now it's time for our Coco clapback. Jorge, did you hear about, of course it was a white woman. Guess what she did? Called the cops.
Again, another one calling the cops again.
Of course, and black people just living their best life. We can't do that. Check out this video.
Before I let you go.
Look, girl, that was a clapback. That was a dance-off. They was walking it out. There was potato salad. They had ribs. They had the music going. People were shouting. They were chanting. They was doing their thing. Everyone was invited. I was
okay.
Thank you for watching Mocha in the Morning. And if you have a Mocha moment that you want to share with us, all you have to do is find us on Facebook or Instagram and Twitter and just shout it out to us at Mocha Morning Show. We want to see your Mocha moment. And this week, we have a Black Girl Magic Mocha moment from Pennsylvania. It's Miss Summerly, and guess what? She just won her election. Congratulations, Summer.
Thank you so much for tuning in. I love sitting in this chair.
Is it comfy, girl?
Yes, welcome, students.
Thank you for watching. Be sure to follow us at Mocha Morning Show. No G, just a little N show on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You did a great job. Thank you so much.
Thank you for just throwing me to the line.
Right?
I needed it.
Yes, and all the correspondents, Kia, Celie, and Keisha for being on assignment. We'll see you next week. Because we love adding a little bit of what? Flavor.
Oh, was that not?